Welcome to Allan Reports TV. I'm your host, Allan Labucan from allanberryreports.com. Today we have a new installment of our In the News segment where we talk about resource companies with recent developments. Before we get started, we always like to start out with some thank yous. First of all, we use YouTube.com and Ustream.tv to produce and broadcast these shows and have them for recorded for you to watch at your own leisure. And these websites are really important in us being able to bring these shows to you. If anybody's interested in doing online shows, we highly recommend those two sites. Also, if you're watching the show on our website at allanberryreports.com, you'll notice to the left and right of me that there's banners on our website. Those banner sponsors are important in us being able to bring these shows to you, and so we want to thank them. And also, if you're interested in doing any homework on those companies, just click on their banners. That'll take you to their websites where you can do your own homework on those companies. And lastly, and certainly importantly, is our viewers. If you didn't show up, we wouldn't have much need to do the shows. So thank you very much for tuning in. On today's show, we have three resource companies to talk about. Those companies are involved in diamonds, also platinum and palladium, and gold. So we've got a very good mix for you today. The first one we're going to start out with is a company called Mountain Province Diamonds. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. This is our first coverage of them in our reports, although I've monitored them for several years now. Their website is mountainprovince.com. That's mountainprovince.com. The news that they had out was on October the 21st. The headline was Mountain Province Diamonds announces positive Gaucho Q independent feasibility study. They go on in the press release and announce the results of an independent feasibility study dated October the 15th, 2010 on the Gaucho Q diamond project located in Canada's Northwest Territories. JDS Energy and Mining led and prepared the feasibility study, which has been presented to the Gaucho Q joint venture between Mountain Province, which has 49%, and De Beers Canada, which has 51% of the project. Collectively, they're referred to as the partners. Some of the financial highlights they're talking about in here, I can't go over all of them, but one of them is initial project capital is $549.5 million. Their operating costs are $48.68 per ton. Project mine life 11 years. Average annual production of 4.45 million carats. The total diamond production would be 49 million carats, and the diamond price they're using for this assessment is $102 per carat. They go on that Mountain Province also, and then in that same announcement, Mountain Province also announced a new mineral reserve estimate for the Gaucho Q project. The mineral reserve is the indicated resource contained in the proposed open pit mine that can be mined and processed profitably and is scheduled for treatment in the feasibility study life of mine plan. Then they have some details on the resource reserve estimate. All of these are in the probable category. They're talking about a 1.57 carats per ton, that they would have 31.3 million tons, and that would work out to 49 million carats. There was comments from Patrick Evans, who is Mountain Province's CEO, and he said, and I quote, "The feasibility study delivers an economically viable, technically credible, and environmentally sound development plan for the Gaucho Q project, Also, the IR internal rate of return exceeds the minimum 15% required under the joint venture agreement to support a decision to develop. Our focus now shifts to completion of the Gaucho Q environmental impact assessment, which will be filed with the Mackenzie Valley Environmental Review Board prior to the end of the year. End quote. Then they followed that up on November 3rd. They had another announcement out that they, in that one, they announced that the company's overnight marketed private placement of 4.6 million common shares at $5 has been fully subscribed. Again, comments from Patrick Evans, CEO, who said, and I quote, "Demand for the offering was strong, but the company has limited the placement to $23 million, which together with the cash in the treasury is sufficient to fund our 2011 operational budget as well as a $10 million payment due to De Beers," end quote. So that's all the key information from those two press releases that stood out to us. Some of the reasons that we follow the company is we're long-term bullish on diamond prices. Since 2008, diamond prices were hammered like other commodities, but have since recovered and now are above the 2008 highs. Very soft supply, but strong demand from developed and in the last couple of years, China and India are starting to be major consumers as well. Mountain Province made this discovery several years ago, and although they have gone through challenging periods since then, since the discovery, it looks like things are starting to shape up quite nicely. The estimates in the recent report look promising, and things would look even more positive if diamond prices go higher, as we think they will. So again, that's all we wanted to talk about regarding Mountain Province. You can do your own homework on their website, as we mentioned earlier. The second company we're going to talk about today is Fortuna Silver Mines. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. Our past coverage includes that they're featured company in our email newsletter. We started coverage of them on March the 31st, 2009 in the 23rd edition. Again, if you're watching this on our website, just look above me. You'll see past reports, and that's where you can find that 23rd edition. They've also been on our past shows. We had them on our Ustream show on July the 29th, 2010. And above me, you'll also find a link to that Ustream site, our channel, and that's where you can find that that coverage. Their website is fortunasilver.com. That's fortunasilver.com. The news that they had out was on October the 20th, 2010. The headline from it was Fortuna's San Jose project on schedule for production in Q3 2011. They go on in the press release and announced an update on construction activities at its 100% owned San Jose Silver Gold project in Oaxaca, Mexico. Construction of the US $56 million project is on schedule and budget for completion and commissioning of the mine in the third quarter of 2011. Once in operation at a rate of 1,500 tons per day, the San Jose mine will produce 5 million silver equivalent ounces annually at a cash cost of $6.20 per ounce. That's US dollars. At that point, Fortuna's consolidated annual silver equivalent production will be 7 million ounces plus base metal credits from the Kay Loma mine. Operations are scheduled to start at 1,000 tons per day and achieve full design capacity of 1,500 tons per day within 24 months from the start of operations. And the technical report of the San Jose project is on the company's website. There's a quote from their president and CEO, Jorge Ganaza, who commented, and I quote, "With the planned startup of operations at San Jose 10 months away, Fortuna is on a clear path to organically grow its consolidated annual silver production from the current 2 million ounces to 7 million equivalent ounces within 24 months from the startup at a cash cost below US $6 per ounce. Concurrent with the construction activities, our exploration crews are advancing the exploration programs in the surrounding mineral concessions. Management is enthusiastic about the potential to increase silver and gold resources in this large and underexplored 50,000 hectare land package. Drill recommendations for the San Ignacio and Taviche targets are currently under review, and drilling is expected to commence towards the end of the year, towards year end. End quote. Some of the reasons that we like the company and have featured them in our reports is they're a silver-focused company, which are not easy to find. Their key projects are in well-known mining regions in Mexico and Peru. They have a strong, experienced management team. They are a producer and are building another mine that will rapidly grow their silver production. They also have very good exploration potential, so they have a very good pipeline from exploration to mining. They're on a solid growth path, and that looks to improve significantly in the near term. Again, that's a wrap on our chat regarding Fortuna. If you want to do your homework, just go to their website that we mentioned earlier, and that's a great place to check out what they have going on. The third company we're going to talk about today is Colossus Mineral Inc. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. Past coverage includes their featured company in our Allan Report email newsletter. We started coverage of them on February the 2nd, 2009. That was our 22nd edition. You can find that in the past reports on our website. Past shows that we've had them on our YouTube channel on October the 20th and June the 10th. So you can find that link as well up there to find our YouTube channel. Their website is colossusminerals.com. That's COLOSSUSMINERALS.com. The first news, they are on October 21st. They had a news release out. The headline was Colossus Minerals step-out drilling at Serra Pelada extends the central mineralized zone onto new ground, drilling 25 meters at 30.19 grams per ton gold, 3.53 grams per ton platinum, and 4.25 grams per ton palladium, and also 8.35 meters at 53.313 grams per ton gold. They go on that they were pleased to announce the first results of diamond drilling for the extension of the central mineralized zone into the newly acquired land package of the Serra Pelada Gold Platinum Palladium project. They go on that the highlights include 3 step-out drill holes have confirmed the continuation of the CMZ onto the newly acquired land package some 450 meters southwest of the historical Serra Pelada open pit. They mention those high-grade drill holes that were in the highlights in these highlights of the drilling. They also talk about some of the how the drilling leaves the deposits open for growth. Some of the reasons that we like the company: we're very bullish on platinum and palladium due to long-term supply and demand trends, but finding high-quality projects outside of South Africa and Russia is very difficult. But Colossus has an excellent discovery of high-grade platinum and palladium that also contains high-grade gold as well. This combination has them in a very unique position, especially considering their project is in Brazil. Recently, they also raised $60 million, which will allow them to continue to aggressively move the Serra Pelada project, and it certainly looks like it will be a near-term producer of high-grade precious metals. They got to do more work, but it's definitely moving in that direction. And again, if you want to do your homework on the company, we always suggest you check out the company's website, and that's a great place to start your research on Colossus or any of the companies we talk about in our reports. So that's a wrap on our in the news release chats. But before closing, we'd like to stress that this show and our reports are for information purposes only. We aren't making buying or selling recommendations. It's important for you to do your own research and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. We're always trying to grow our audience, and any effort you make to let your friends that follow the markets know about our reports and our website and how to find our shows is greatly appreciated. We also really appreciate you taking the time to watch the shows. We know that everybody is very busy these days, and we strive to produce a show that saves you time and brings you helpful, high-quality information. Our next show will be in the news, another in the news segment that we're going to do tomorrow. And we'll be talking about recent developments from some resource stocks that with high quality projects. Again, the best way to find out about our shows and when they've been posted and when they're done is to subscribe to our email newsletter. If you're watching on our website, you can find the subscription button above me. We hope you can join us for our next shows, and you can find all of our work on our website at allanberryreports.com. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great day.